Ding, congratulations for the runner-up finish at the Candidates 2022. How are you feeling, and are you still in Madrid?
Yes, I'm still in the hotel. I leave for the whole tournament, and I will leave Madrid today.
Ah.
Uh, just 2 hours later, I will
Oh,
head to Barcelona for some days. Then I come back to China.
fantastic. So thank you for taking out time to do this. You played so many interesting games that I wanted to
Mhm.
go over them, a few of the critical moments of those games. Uh,
Sure.
shall we do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. My first question to you is not related to a position, but the first round itself. How was your mindset? Was it very difficult for you to reach the tournament? Were you very tired, jet lagged, and overall, it was a very tough journey for you to reach the candidates.
Yeah. The first round was totally a disaster. Uh, I was very tired, and just before the game, I didn't rest well. Uh, After lunch, and yeah, the spirit is very low before the game. So after that, I thought maybe the best decision, maybe it's best to just play a safer line, and if I draw, it's just okay for me. But I play c4, and he played this very complicated line, and he at one point he sacrificed the pawn.
Yeah, I have this game
So
here, and I was very surprised when he took here and you took back with the knight, not with the queen, because your knight could anyway later go to c5.
yeah, I should take with the queen. But I like to when I take with the knight, I want to play knight c4 and knight a5 to
Uh,
attacking his pawn. I
okay,
think knight will place on a5, but
right.
I totally underestimated his attacking chances.
Yeah, he got a very strong attack, and I think this game really set up his tournament very well because he started off with a win. For you, how was your mindset after this loss? Were you like, oh my god, this has all started wrong? What were you thinking?
In the end, it became the most crucial game of the tournament between the top two winners.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, of course, after this couple of defeat, I was very upset
Hmm.
and also missed several chances in the next couple of rounds.
Yeah, so when we go to the next round here, uh, I thought against Duda in this position, you were black. You had a very comfortable position, right? I mean, if someone is better, it's black here.
Yes, yeah.
So were you not very happy with your move G5, or you thought it was a okay move?
Yeah, G5 was a clear sign that I was afraid of F4.
Hmm.
Actually, also I'm not that confident about myself with the position, so I would like to prevent his idea at any cost.
Hmm.
Of course, I know G5 will totally weaken my king side, and my light square became very weak.
Right.
But yeah, I didn't believe that just after some simple 97, let him play F4, then I will have a very good position actually.
Like knight
Position,
G6, knight E5, or something like
yeah,
that.
and B5, B7 like this. After I have bishop shock.
Right. Yeah, so this was a slightly missed opportunity, but as you said, you were not feeling confident, and I think in order to feel confident, you have to win, right? Otherwise,
Yes,
there's no
yes,
other way to feel confident,
it's true, it's true.
and you were not getting that win, which was like in the even in the next round, you were so close, like against Rapport, he took on E2, and I was like,
Yeah,
will Ding take on D8 now? Because why didn't you take this rook?
yeah, because I missed the line like Queen E4,
Yeah, Queen E4.
Bishop E2,
Yes.
Queen G2 check, King E1, queen h1. I totally miss I can play king d2.
Oh, you thought you have to play bishop f1.
Yeah, and queen e4 is a perpetual check.
Ah, okay.
I totally miss this.
Oh, I thought you had missed this something like queen g5 move somewhere. Even that was
Queen
coming.
g5 was a move I know during the game.
Ah, you had seen it. So like after this, if he takes knight c1, then queen g5. This you had seen already.
This
Ah.
was.
Oh, so this would have been this was very close to victory this round, but it also
Yeah,
ended
also,
in a draw.
I like to show my idea behind king f1 not to take on d8 but to take on e2. No. I'll show you the line king f1, knight e2, queen e2,
Yeah.
rook d1, rook d1. And here, if we take on e4, then I can take on e4, take rook e1, f5, and f3. That's the point behind king f1 actually.
Ah, so that in the end there is no bishop d4 check. Oh.
Yeah. I thought this.
But it worked perfectly because king f1 was the best move here. I mean, it was
Yes.
amazing one.
Because I thought many moves like knight d4 and queen e3 or even bishop a6. Yeah, especially after queen e3, you see you can take on e2, queen e2, and the line comparing to king f1. Like
right.
king
Now it's working with because there is bishop d4 at the end.
Yeah, that's a reason.
That's why you played king f1.
Yes.
Nice, very cool. Okay, going to the next game. This one was against Fabiano. And here, were you surprised with this last move, rook c8 by him?
No, actually, I'm not that surprised since I already think his position is not so easy to play. I think I have a very large advantage actually.
Because you have the c file.
Yeah, I have played rook c3, rook c1, or even queen c2 to control the c5. Maybe it's not so easy.
So this didn't come as a surprise, but I think this is not enough to win, right? This position. I mean, it's slightly better for you, but black is enough counterplay.
It's just between win and draw, but it's closer to draw with accurate play.
Right. Okay, so this was again you were pressing, but you couldn't get the point. And then you were playing against Temur Rajabov, and I think he played very ambitiously or somehow in a way where it was equal, but suddenly you got your chances.
Yeah, e4, I think it's already went for to the wrong direction with e4.
Right.
Yeah, you want to push. Yeah, and after f4, it's maybe it's strategy speaking, it's very risky.
Correct.
Yeah, since pawn e4 become very weak.
I don't think you were for even one moment thinking about repeating, right? You were going to play for a win with h5. So, or did you think?
Gain more time.
To gain time. Got it. And then you got your chance on the 40th move. At this point, did you consider bishop takes d4 or you did not consider?
First, I considered, but I missed bishop d4, knight f5, bishop c5, queen c6, queen d8, yeah, and just king h7, knight g5, king g6. It's winnable. Also, it's I was not so confident about my calculation. I think I remember I might calculate this line, but I was worried that if I miss something, I will lose immediately. So it's for this move, I want to be super cautious and to win the game without any risk. So I played very slow and very bad d6.
You played g6.
I'd like to play knight f5 in the next. No, after g6, my plan is to play knight f5 and take the back knight with the g pawn.
Correct.
but it turned out to be too slow.
He got
I don't know.
counterplay right on time. Like now knight g5, and
Yeah, yeah. There is no time to.
there was no time for this. Yeah, so this small indecision, as you said, was because you were not feeling confident about yourself. But in the next round, I thought you played an amazing game against Hikaru. Although the game ended in a draw, you you basically navigated his entire preparation over the board. Or were you also prepared?
No, no, I'm not. Uh, my preparation is not as deep as he.
You were not that deep. Okay, so maybe till here or
I
some.
remember, there's a funny thing. I remember the line A4 Rook A3 was first played by Anish Giri.
Hmm.
You know,
Anish has
and
played this, right?
yes, the next day he sent me on the WeChat that he said, "Ding, that's for you." It's his gift for me actually. Since I win second place in the World Cup, so he can qualify to candidates by rating.
Ah,
So he wants to thank me. So he showed this idea to me, or he said maybe he want to say that this was actually his idea to play against me, but he played against Anto.
ah.
So he showed me this line. in
So,
WeChat.
so this was before he played against Anton. He shared with you
No, he after his win against Anto.
after he went, and Anton had not played Queen A7 here. So you
Anto
improved
played like Queen B7.
Queen B7, correct?
So of course I prepared this line after after that, but it turns out that Hikaru is well prepared than me.
Yeah, he was so well prepared and he was blitzing out his moves. Also, all of this you found this idea, and I think very impressive was this bishop d7 going back, because that's the only move. Otherwise, you are in trouble.
Yeah, otherwise knight became very powerful.
Right, rook c3 and knight c6 and all of that stuff could have come in. And so here, and again, this idea of knight g5, knight e6 was also very nice.
Also, I want to mention that during the game, I spent a lot of time on Queen E7.
In queen e7.
Here,
Okay.
my first intention is to play Queen B6,
Hmm.
Queen B6, and play C5, but he can play E6 here.
e6.
Powerful move.
And
the bishop, Rook B3. Yeah, I can. And bishop, Rook B3, and bishop C7.
bishop c7 is coming up, right?
But if I take away the pawn, I was very worried about my kingside situation.
Right, with the rook sometimes swinging over, bishop coming here.
Also, sometimes Rook E4
Correct.
sacrifice.
Right.
And very. So Queen E7, the point behind it is after E6, F takes E.
e6, f takes.
Now I can take my queen is better placed on E7.
Correct.
And if now bishop C7, I can play bishop A4. It's very
nice.
bishop D8, D1, E7, E2,
Nice one.
knight E2, rook E7, just in time. Funny.
Nice variation. Okay, fantastic. And did you get ambitious somewhere here, or you thought like I should continue? You pushed d2, but maybe queen b4 or something could have kept better chances for winning, or
I just play, I think, the most natural move in the game, since I don't believe that there are any better moves than D2.
okay.
Also, I didn't spend too much time. Also,
Right. I mean, when your king is under such attack, you don't really think about winning or something. You just make the most natural moves that give counterplay.
Yes.
Awesome. So this was a draw over here, and then the second half of, I mean, with Firuza you drew. That was around equal game, I think.
Yeah.
And after that you played against Yan Nepomniachtchi. That was also, I think, you did not play for much in that game. Was that part of your plan to recover, or how was it? What was your thinking? Because you had black, of course, and draw with black is okay, but Yan played this very calm line, and this was already your game, has happened before. So were you satisfied with the draw?
Heading for this game, I didn't have too much expectations for the final results, since I didn't have a single win in the first half of the tournament. So I would like to take this one as a just normal tournament, not candidates. I just want to play better to don't miss the chance when it was given, and just play chess not for the results.
Right. So,
play some good moves, not.
and you drew easily this game, so that was nice. And from this point onwards, your tournament shifted. One win.
From this game, I started to gain some confidence, since I think he's a leader, but he just play for a draw with white against me.
So you thought, okay, now this is my chance to make a comeback. And against Duda, it was an interesting game, but after 95, he blundered with bishop e4. Did you feel that this is already very difficult for black?
Of course, it's already very difficult. Even after bishop h5 is not that a clean draw, you still need to find a lot of good moves to keep equality. So I think the mistake might came earlier, since at that point it's bishop h5 is not the move that
Correct.
you would like to move to play during the game. It's just not according to your plan.
Right.
You play bishop f3, want to develop the bishop to this long diagonal, but then if you have to play bishop h5, it's not the decision.
Right. It's not a human way to play. Correct. And I really liked how you converted this position. At the end, you gave up this, and you were very confident, how to win this with your bishop. We thought it was slightly not so simple, not so easy, but I think you made it look very easy, bringing your king in.
Yeah, actually, it's not that easy. But maybe it's because the pawn a7 is better than bishop. Actually, I don't want to exchange with bishop. But
yeah, and then you just got your king in, and he had to resign. Your king was just coming in. So this was I think this would be the biggest confidence booster, because you finally got your first win of the tournament. And then you played, I think, maybe, is this your favorite game of the tournament?
yes, I think so.
Because this was so good. And I thought, when I was looking at this, that at some point you will get into trouble. Like, there will be some attack, but you defended so well. Like, it was amazing defense.
Yeah, I think in this game, at some point I'm overconfident already. Yeah. At some position, I believe I'm close to winning, and just I need to find the first line to win. But actually, it's not that easy, and position just slightly better for me. And in the end, when I was settled for a draw, then suddenly it turns out the end game is just winning.
You mean after move 40 somewhere here, you thought
Yes.
that game will end in a draw?
Before time control, when I calculate this line, I believe I have some chances, but I don't think it's winning for me. Also, I think that's his only continuation to
Right.
get back the material, but actually it's the only losing way.
Yes, correct. It's the only way to lose, which
Yes.
is this move. I think here rook c3. Yeah. How did you see bishop e7 here?
I didn't see it. I didn't even consider it. Maybe instead of queen c4, rook d1 or something else is also good. Just to keep
Right,
the PC.
right. Yes, and then what was very nice to see is how your bishops and king and a pawn were stronger than his rook. You know, this king cannot come out at all.
Mhm.
A very
Yes.
nice position. And you managed to win this. And then you played against Caruana, and I would say this was one of your fighting victories because you were worse for most part of the game here, but you never gave up. Like you were always finding some resources. I think you would have been very surprised that with the move knight f5 here, yeah, you might have missed that.
Yes, yes. With knight f5, there are many tactic details which I missed. First is rook b2, he can take on d6.
Correct,
Right.
correct.
This is the first one. And the second one is instead of rook d2, if I play bishop c8, choosing the knight, then he has bishop d4.
Ooh. Wow, because if takes, there is rook c8. Ah, nice.
Yeah. That's the second one I missed.
Hmm.
So after that, my position became.
After this, did you feel like you were losing this game?
Actually, not. I just thought maybe I'm slightly worse, but I can defend.
And I think at somewhere here, the tide started to shift when you got your queen to g3 in this position. This is where it started to get very difficult for him.
Yeah, this is a turning point of the game. I totally turned the tables since he missed the queen g3, and I can see his face. He started to shake hands, and he looks very nervous.
Yeah.
So he had less than 5 minutes at that point
Yes.
to reach the time control.
One thing which I was truly amazed was how quickly you were finding all these defensive moves. Queen h7, then queen d7, then rook c8. I mean, all only moves, and you found them so fast.
Yeah, no. I spent a lot of time on queen h7. Back to that position.
Ah, queen h7, correct. You took time.
And here, bishop d4. Yeah, here it's very critical position. Because queen h7 is the most, I think, direct move, just with the threat to exchange the queens, but also it's very dangerous after queen f3. Since if bishop c4, he can play queen c3.
Right.
And the pawn falls. Queen f7, queen bishop f6, pawn falls.
Right, if you take here.
Yeah, I will check.
Check.
So bishop d5 is the only move. And here, bishop f6, I can check on a7 and on h7. It's perpetual.
Beautiful, yeah.
But the most important thing is d5. Of course, d5 is very strong. I cannot take because queen d5, queen d5 will make follows.
Right.
And queen d7 is the move very nature, but actually after when I play queen h7, I miss that he can play bishop c5. So that's why I spend a lot of time after queen f3. I'm very worried about bishop c5, but very lucky I have rook c8, the only move to stay in the game, but it's enough for equal.
Exactly. And then somewhere here, you started to press. Did you think that it was a little too soon that you exchanged the queens here? Because I thought he was going low on time, and you could have kept the queens with queen f5 and brought him lower on time and like that. But you just took it. Did you feel this is winning position for you, like this endgame?
After the 60th move, he played very quickly, and because he's very upset about his play. Also, I started to play quickly since maybe I'm too tired. But at that point, I believe that this endgame is an easy win, but actually it's not so easy. And objectively speaking, it's a joy. It's closer to Jordan. Although he had to be very careful. Also, it's hard to it's very hard to draw dealer for the game,
Right.
but actually it's not close to win, not enough to win.
Correct.
So that's why I didn't consider any move else like bishop d3. But actually, bishop d3 is not that easy. Even if you
Yes.
see it, when he take on bishop and rook c7 can check on g3. And king h5, rook h3, king g6, then rook b3. That's not enough.
This is a draw?
Yeah, but after king g3, I can play king f4. I think
King f4.
rook f3, king e4, rook e3, king d5, and rook if d3, king c4, rook d6, king b5.
King is fine. And if you don't push him and if you go here, then okay, you can already play rook c5.
Rook c5.
Right. Okay. So this rook endgame was not very simple, but I think when he had you seen that if he allows you rook e7, you will win here.
Actually, I missed the g3. I must admit that after rook d7, I thought it's already winning, but I missed g3.
You missed g3. Okay, you missed
But even after g3, I thought this is the win. For me, I just need to be careful. At some point, chasing his king to the queen side, then I play f4 to create pass pawn. Then my pass pawn will come to f2, and he had to exchange it with the bishops. Then
so you were very confident still that you would.
Actually, it's not the case.
But here rook e7 and his king is boxed in like here inside this sort of, so it's a mating attack. Yeah, beautiful victory here, because then this really helped you, and I think at this point you would have already started thinking that you can win this tournament. Yes, I mean, at least some chances.
I have some dreams in this game.
Do you think that the move b4 is already a mistake in this game?
Yes, after the game, I know it's an inaccuracy. I need to castle here. I was worried maybe bishop d6. Here I have many moves.
Yeah, h3 or something. But this game overall must have been a very tough one. But I saw your interview after this, and you said chess is fair, something like this, in your interview, which is unbelievable. Because on one hand, you've just lost in 26 moves. On the other hand, you are so calm.
Since the last round when I beat Karana, it's results that I couldn't imagine. That I was in the defensive side nearly the whole game. Finally, I win it. So it's quite unbelievable. But in this game, I tried to play for a win in the very first game, the first move. But I sometimes didn't sense the danger.
Right.
Like in the last games.
I think when he took here, I could see your expression. You were very disappointed. Of course, this was
even when I play Queen C1, I'm quite confident about my position.
Really.
Yeah, I don't think I'm worse or something like this. Am I planning to play knight d1?
Knight b1.
Queen to a1. I think I have very solid position.
Yeah, I think you were either low on confidence or very high on confidence in this tournament. Okay, and so this turned out to be a loss for you. And here, I thought it will end in a quick draw, but you managed to press Alireza very well in this game. Did you think you had some chances?
Actually, this game is equal until the end, but my thoughts is at the time when I sacrifice h5 pawn, I'm very optimistic about my position. But after, he takes a challenge and takes a pawn. So I think maybe I'm better here.
You thought this was I think the best moves according to the engine, so maybe it was preparation.
Actually here, king e6 is more accurate.
King e6
without rook g8, then bishop e7, just without, and king d6, king f, king c5, king d4.
You can get in here.
No, king d4, I think.
King
b4, yeah, also good. King b4.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but after rook b1, I suddenly started to worry about my position a little bit, since he's going to create another pass pawn b4. If I with two pass pawns, I might end up worse. But c3, I would much relieved after c3. Since after c5, I'm creating my own pawn. At first I would worry about bishop h5 instead of c3, but maybe it's just equal. I can just go back with king e6. And neither side can make any progress.
Right. I think this bishop sitting here is the key bishop. It can't move, but it doesn't allow white to also coordinate.
Control all king sides.
Right. And then we come to the last round game. What was your mindset going into this game? Because it was very clear, if you win, you are second, and if you draw or lose, you are no longer second. So how did you approach this? Because you had a similar situation with Radjabov, where you sort of overpressed and lost very quickly. So what was your mindset here?
Of course, I'm playing for a win, but not with all costs. Yeah, just like the game against the Duda. If he plays very good, he plays very good. If he plays well, then the draw is also acceptable. At least I have tried.
Yeah, I thought that here you took like 28 minutes to decide bishop d1. I wanted to just know, what were you thinking so long? Because for me, it was clear that you would go bishop c2 to b3.
Yeah, bishop c2, of course, the most obvious move, but after bishop f6, I don't know what to do. But actually, queen b1 is good here. But queen, sometimes I think, but I would worry maybe king h8, just wait a little bit. If rook d1, queen e7, and I think my queen is very strange placed on b1, or maybe not. Maybe I can take my f6, and
maybe e4.
Take even with the pawn, bishop f6. I'm not sure.
He can take with the pawn also, right? And g5 opens up.
Yeah, this kind of position reminds me of my first round lose against Nievo, where also my queen is very strangely placed inside. So with bishop b1, my idea is after bishop f6, I can play queen b3. Now he had to take on b2, and my queen well placed on b2, and my bishop will also come to a2.
Got it. Very, very deep. And here, after queen d1, rook d1, here, did you already feel like, oh, this is heading towards a draw?
Yes, I think it's just an equal, since the idea bishop f6 is too strong. Not only exchange the bishop, but also develop position of the king.
Right.
So I would like to avoid this exchange. So I come with h4, idea of knight g5.
I thought h4 was amazing, because I'll just tell you my point. I thought rook c1 here, and then after rook c1, if rook c8 takes, takes, check, king here, bishop e6, rook c7, rook
Oh, bishop.
c1, bishop e4, and
Oh,
back rank issues. But after
yeah.
h4, there are no such issues.
Yeah.
So that was very nice. h4, h6, and I think
Actually, he regretful about his h6.
yes,
After the game, he told me that he can just simply exchange the rooks and play rook d8 and not worried about knight g5. Yeah, actually, it's true. It's bishop d5 and knight somewhere, and the bishop pair is not that dangerous since the light square bishop control protect all his pawns.
correct, right.
Knight.
So he allowed this very nice thing for you setup, and
Yeah, I'm
then
very happy about position after knight b3.
right,
Yeah, knight b3 with knight. And here, I made many mistakes, I must say. At that point, maybe h5 is also an inaccuracy. I should have played g3, but yeah. I remember the game against the Duda where I pushed the a pawn to a4. So I just think that the pawn should be pushed.
right. You pushed the pawn. It was very useful
It was
later.
in danger at some point. I know it will soon be a weakness, but it didn't count so much.
Takes here, bishop d6. I don't think you would have repeated, right? Knight f6, bishop
Yes, I just want to gain more time. Also, maybe he thought I was short of time, so he decided to
play bishop h4.
play bishop h4. Yes.
And were you surprised
Here,
with bishop d8?
I'm also very surprised because this move is very, very strange.
Right. Rook d8.
Nature, but he worried about his a6 pawns. Actually, it's not so easy. It's not so simple to take bishop d6. Yes, bishop e7 was showed by the engine.
This is not easy to calculate, like knight is and then knight f6, knight h5. Right.
h5 became a weakness.
That you were already aware that it could become a weakness at some point. And here e4, instead of that, did you consider taking e takes f4?
First, but knight f6. Computer said white is close to winning in a very high dips, but I know it must be better for white, but I'm not sure if I can win.
Yeah, you played e4 and actually on the move 40.
Actually, I missed f3. I missed f3.
Here
f3 is only move equal to defend. After bishop f6, it's lost for black.
Right. And you had to see this 40th move king g2, which was very important, and you found it.
Yes, very important. If f3, then I would lost all.
Right. Knight e3 and the knight joins in.
I see. Yeah.
And then you converted this very nice. Also, bishop e7 was a very nice move.
Maybe missed by him.
Take here, knight e5.
I think here king g3 this is the last important position because he can play a5 here actually.
Right.
This is the last chance for him, but if I take on a5, then it might be a draw. Knight a5. Also here, I think rook c7,
right,
but it's difficult. But if I play rook b5, bishop e7, rook a5, and I miss bishop b4.
Oh, and e4 is hanging.
Yes. And if rook a7, rook e4, it's not enough to win. King h8, rook g6, bishop f8. Yes.
Yeah, this could
It's
get
very
very
difficult.
nasty. Yeah.
Yes, but after a5, actually, I have bishop c5. This is
And the idea is to take on g7 and reroute the bishop to d4.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
If rook e4, rook g7, king h8, I think it's f3 here.
f3.
And bishop d4.
Hmm. So here you played very accurately, and what is nice is that the bishop got trapped in the end. It was like here, rook
I don't know
a2.
why he didn't play bishop e5. Maybe he worried. Bishop e5, he worried about f4.
Pawn 4, yeah, this move. Ah.
If we play bishop f6, of course I can take on f6, but I'm planning to play e5.
Nice. And then f4. Very cool, very cool. And even bishop c1 here and bishop e3 with the idea of rook a2. Fantastic. I think this was an amazing win, Ding. I was so because when I was looking at it, I thought the game will end in a draw after rook in after this position, but you managed to grind it and then finish second in the tournament. Are you happy with your overall performance?
Yes, it's quite a good result. Um, now what I can do is just to wait and wait until the July 20th and um,
This is the closest you are to the World Championship match, right? Because if Magnus decides not to play, then you might play against Jan Nepomniachtchi, the World Championship.
yes, there is a possibility that he might not play. But I think he will play in the end.
Yeah, sure. But I think we'll have to wait and watch, as you said, until July 20th. And any particular people you would like to thank in your team for this performance? I think there was one picture of you with so many of your team members before you left for the candidates, I think.
No, actually, there are players they train in Hangzhou, and I think they are the second team of the Chinese chess team. But they are not my second on my team.
Okay.
It's just a picture taken before I leave Hangzhou.
Everyone thought you have a very big team and many many seconds.
I have a very short team, but I don't want to reveal the name. I have a second. We sometimes communicate remotely, but I don't want
Sure.
more detail.
And lastly, Ding, I want to ask you, the last time we spoke, you told me of one saying, which has become one of the most important sayings for me, which was, no man ever walks into the same river because the man is not the same man and the river is not the same river. And I thought about it deeply and I liked it so much. I've kept it as my WhatsApp, uh, also WhatsApp status, because I keep thinking about it all the time. Where do you get these philosophical sort of things from? Do you read a lot?
Yes, this was a very famous saying by a Greek philosopher. I don't remember
I
the
think
name.
Heraclitus or something like that.
Heracles. Yeah, I like reading also. Sometimes uh, although not reading the philosopher books, but I like the explanation of some philosopher thought by some readers, experienced readers. Yeah.
So is there any particular book that you read?
Book. For books, I mainly read novels. In novels, there's some stories, some plots that it's not as dry as a philosopher.
Okay. Okay, fantastic. Well, Ding, thank you so much for taking out time. I know you have a flight to catch, but it was wonderful going over all your games. And I wish you good luck for the future. Who knows, maybe you will be fighting for the world title in a few months from now.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the best.
Bye bye.
Bye.